Hello, it's the one and only Gregory the Gamer here on tonight's evening stream. How are you? How are you? Currently loading up Farming Simulator 22. As you know, I did promise to go ahead and play Farming Simulator 22. That's just horrific, that frame rate. Uh-oh. Just a little bit more frame rate, there you go. It wasn't this bad before. That's weird. The clocks don't want to stay up. What the hell? The clocks don't want the CPU clocks, they don't want to stay up there, which is a problem. But it's also down to the fact of having to do more things. That's a little higher that way. Okay. Okay. Let's go in game then, shall we? There you go. FS22. I apologize if it's not super buttery smooth, but that's not my tractor, by the way. No. That's I'm doing a contract right now. A class Axion 920. This thing is pretty darn big. But that's not what we're going to play with right now. Not that either. Now we're going here. I'm doing a contract with least equipment. Hope y'all can hear it. You're supposed to. This thing's filthy. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna double check something real quick. Because I wanna know if it captures the audios, if it captures if it captures, you know, the game. By the looks of it, it does. That's great. Captures it pretty well, which is good. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and put something back in the foreground. There you go. So it's easier for me to track what's going on with the stream. Right. Let's do this thing. Oh yeah. See, that's why I want the AI to do this. But I got a solution. For whatever reason, when the AI does something, they don't leave tracks, they don't damage fields, and they only affect the actual field, not the stuff that surrounds the field. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy. Just mowing some grass. It's part of the contract. Frame rate is not the smoothest, but it's playable. I sincerely apologize if this frame rate is, well, it's painful for you to see. Some people don't like 30 FPS. That goes for me, but then again it's a stream, so then I don't mind as much. Just going to catch all these little things that I missed. Okay. Then they lift up. Oh, that's... I pressed C on accident. Should have pressed V to drop these things. And... what about now? Yes. Doing an outer perimeter, so that way you don't accidentally cut the grass that isn't, you know, a part of the actual field. Because I did that before. There we go. And I'm just gonna catch these little areas. Now that I've already captured the outside perimeter, it's way easier. Grab the cruise control, 12 miles per hour, should be fast enough. How are you doing? Oh. Accidentally bumped the volume wheel. There we go. How are all of you doing? I replaced the battery of my laptop. It's portable again. Finally, I missed that. So easy to press the wrong button. Lower that, and we go right ahead. There we go. Had a part. Oh jeez, nice voice crack. What the hell was that? That was a horrific. I know one thing. Sure as hell ain't the temps. Laptops aren't all amazing. Sometimes they have weird little quirks. Then again, every computer has that. Every computer has their own little quirks. It's almost like you're dealing with with a different personality. That's good enough. This thing's absolutely filthy. I already brought like all of the equipment here. So I'm just gonna step into my 70-70R. And hook up a tether. Then we're gonna flip the grass. Well, doesn't that look neat? I'll be grabbing out an outer perimeter like this. That way the stuff that I need won't end up off the field. I do this contract like I do this particular contract on this field. I do this contract like nearly every single in-game year. It's an easy 20k. Takes a bit of time, but it's an easy 20k to earn. Why the hell is it doing this? Hold on. Let me try something. Let me try something. I'm gonna need something called armory crates. There you go. And I'm just gonna floor the CPU, not the CPU, I'm just gonna floor the fan speeds. There you go. Just gonna floor them, so they are going at maximum speed. Because that way, I know for sure that it isn't temperature related. Those giant hiccups. That was not the stream. That was literally what was happening for me as well. Those giant hiccups. Didn't have that the last time I streamed this. It's weird. Just gonna pull straight through like this. And drop it. There you go. Put the cruise control on. Excellent. And then I made an outer perimeter. I still have to clean up though. I still have to clean up the swaths of grass from the first and second time that I did this. Well, we have an outer perimeter now. And I'll start at the longest section of the field. And then I'm started the longest section, like I'm doing here. Oh, damn it. Why did it go off? And after all the grass has been flipped with a tether, we're gonna have to get a windrower. And with a windrower, you put the grass in rows, go over it with a baler, and you get bales. I went to a surprise party yesterday. That was pretty fun actually. Yeah, someone I know had a birthday. His birthday was what the hell? What was wrong with me? His birthday was last September. Was in September, and the plan was to originally do the surprise party on his birthday, but things didn't really allow that. So then it changed, and then those plans changed, and it became yesterday, October 8th, and it was a pretty great party actually. It was pretty fun. Had a few drinks, talked to some people. It was pretty fun. This field seems big, but then when you actually start working on it, and then it's really not that bad. Because seriously, you know what I really hate? The notifications just show up straight through when notifications, like browser notifications, stuff like that, just show up straight through a full screen application, a full screen program. It's so annoying. And then I get the option to disable that, and that option doesn't even work. Is the interior view any better? No, frame rates are not any better in the interior. So you can see my speed. 9 miles per hour. I find it funny how my face cam completely covers up that area. And before you know it, you're already at the other side of the field. It's... wow. Early on, when I first started working on this field, I always was like... It's such a big field. It's such a big field, working on it. Now when you actually... when you have done it a few times, you're like, it's nothing. This really isn't that big of a field. It's just, I think it's a little over 8 acres. Which isn't really big, like, at all. I mean, I've got a map where the fields are 3-4 times as big. In fields like those, it actually makes sense to use 60 feet headers on your harvesters and stuff. I've slept all day and I'm still tired. Sometimes mental issues really do take a toll. And don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. I don't have mental issues like mental issues. No, not like serious ones. I don't have disorders. No, not like that. I'm more of mental issues in the sense that I have traumatic experiences from the past. They still bother me. Not even that long ago of a past, like at all. Like the most recent one goes back just literally less than a year. Oh, there's another train passing by. Yeah, darn it. You know, when I ordered the new live stream, I mentioned that I ordered a new battery, and I mentioned it earlier this stream as well. That battery came in, so I took apart my laptop so I could replace the battery, right? You know what happened? No, nothing blew up. No. Even though that this battery is at least marketed as not as compatible, but marketed as meant for my laptop, and it's actually supposed to replace this battery type from ASUS. The bloody screw standoffs did not align. So what did I do? I looked up. I first wanted to contact customer service, but they were already closed. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait for this BS. So what I do? I just broke off all the screw standoffs and put the battery inside the laptop, and now it works fine. The battery itself, that component fits fine. It was just the standoffs. That was a little bit of an excuse me what the fuck moment. And loop her around. This went much faster than I initially expected. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm a little speechless at this point in time. Don't really know what to talk about except just to comment on the game right now. I'm gonna keep looking to my left just to see, well, has someone said something in the chat? Please do say hi in the chat. I'd love that. Oh, a little bit closer. There you go. There we go. Let me take a sip of coffee. Nope. Almost smacked the mic. Typical. You know, maybe I should place my cup of coffee somewhere else. Like maybe to my right instead of my left. Let's see how that'll go. We loop around, and that's just one last section, and then we're done with the tether. I'll put it to the side, and I will grab the windrow and make a whole bunch of rows. The tires are all green because of the grass. Oh, there we go again. Not another notification. Did it notify me earlier? I think it did. Hold on, let me just take care of this notification real quick. There you go. I should no longer be getting any notifications now. And the spider unfolds. Oh, that's a little dramatic, but okay. I know it is reserved for contract work. What do you think I'm doing? And another train passes by. I'm just gonna grab and take another sip of my coffee. Damn, I really do be needing that coffee tonight. I'm actually taking a different approach to this field than I usually would. This time around, I want to make picking up bales easier. Not like easier, but a lot easier. Because if they are all in line, like this, it's easier to keep track of your bales. The other times I worked this field with this contract, I just go from outside to inside. So instead of having multiple separated lines, you'd have one big line, one very long line. Now it's ticking at 9 miles per hour. And we're almost at the end of this row. these swaths aren't really as big as I expected. Maybe the owner of this field hasn't really done much care as usual. You know what I really like about the John Deere 7R? It's a tractor with a relatively short wheelbase. And it has quite a bit of power. The shorter wheelbase makes it pretty maneuverable for such a large tractor. Well, of course, it's no match for something like the 8RT or the 9RT, but still. I mean, quite literally, the 8RT and the 9RT, they can make 360s on a stationary spot, since they're tracked. Just keep a stationary speed, like so. Oh man! Dismiss! Why does it keep coming with the notifications? This is like the 50th time. I keep closing them and not snoozing them, but they keep coming back. But that really is the only thing or the only person I can blame for those notifications is myself, really, because I never changed my calendar to take into account the streams. Maybe I should. You know what? I will. I'm going to change my calendar to really take into account the streams, so that I won't get any silly notifications when I'm in the middle of a stream, because that's not fun for me or for you. That really just is a bit of poor. It's a lack of proper preparing for a stream. That's what it is. I never thought of it, but now that I experience it, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I should have changed that. Now I will. And there you go. There it goes. Before you know it, you're already halfway. I'm glad that this time around. Oh no, not glad. I'm happy that this time around, part of the borrowed equipment is a square baler and not a round baler. I much prefer a square baler because they just keep on because your round baler, you have to stop many times, and like every single time that the bale is done, you have to stop and get it, and then wait for it to exit the baler. You don't have that problem with a square baler because it just keeps going. It just drops them. I think I'll show you in a... Oh. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Please do say hi. How are you? We're already more than halfway past the 50% mark of this field. It's going quite a bit faster than I expected. No, that's one good swath. Wait for the... Yes, now they're up. And turn her around. Jeez, it's messy here. I had a great accomplishment last week. You see, that was on stream. This was on stream, by the way, on the Thursday night stream. So it was past Thursday. I was playing O's on stream, and I did a play on a beat map, and I accomplished a long time goal, which was reaching 100 performance points on a beat map. Still super proud of that moment. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna take that play because I've got downloads of all the streams I do on here. I'm gonna take that stream, clip out the 101 pp play. No, wait, that was not on stream. No. That was not on stream. I was thinking it was on stream because I was streaming, but not on Twitch. You know, I was streaming to on Discord to a friend of mine. That's what I was doing. Yeah. Misunderstandings. That means I do not have a actual recording of it, but it's okay. I can replay it and then record it. That's, you know what, I'm gonna do that probably later tonight and upload it to YouTube. So stay. You might see it on YouTube like maybe tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I missed a teeny tiny section. Oh, that's fine. I can pick that up at the baler, no problem. Just a few more rows. Oh, just a few more rows, and then I can grab the baler. Oh boy. It's like the field is not giving you a lot of space back here. But that's fine. I don't need a lot of space. Even though this piece of machinery is pretty big, not gonna deny that. I do have sufficient space. With any luck, I can catch that with that as well. Well, would you look at that? Next step, baling. Ooh. Next step is baling. That thing went from being red to being green. Yeah, it's a good space, good spot in my opinion. And it's gonna rain in a bit. That's worrisome. When is it gonna rain? That's the question. Because if it's like, oh, when it's gonna rain, it's only gonna be short. But it's still quite a distance, or quite a time away. Gonna start all the way back there. $240, yes. And bigger bales. Oops. Then I do have to lower the actual pickup part of it, otherwise I'll just be driving around doing nothing. This may actually be easier to do in the interior view. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Yeah, so, and yes, I do want to grab all of those little sections. Going nice and easy. No, that bale fell a little crooked, but that's fine. Autoloader mechanism doesn't care anyway. It's going really well so far. The bales are dropping. At this point, I actually would have enough bales already to probably fulfill the contract, but except the thing is, you see that the thing is, you make all these bales, but most of them they don't have to go anywhere. Like, you can actually keep them. So the base contract for this is like 23k, and then you take off like about 2k for the borrowed equipment. Still a solid 20k. And then the additional 20 something bales, if 20-30 bales, 20 to 30 is bales that you would then have at your disposal, would add at least like another, well, let's make a rough estimate, but that would add like another couple of thousand. That's why I like doing this particular contract, because it's insanely profitable. And you know, I am saving up to eventually get some pretty big, to eventually get more fields and get bigger equipment. Right now, the single biggest piece of equipment that I own is my combine harvester and this tractor. I don't even technically need this tractor, but I just own it. There we go. Nice. Up to the next line. And I noticed that I'm suddenly relatively quiet. I know what that is. I know the reason why I am suddenly being a bit quiet. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying the game right now. enjoying doing this. That I partially forget that I'm streaming. But it's not just the game, it's also just that, yeah. The stream right now says 1 viewer, but I know who that 1 viewer is. It's me. It's me monitoring the stream. So I know people in the chat. Well, not much for me to engage. Not much for me to engage with. I could easily do this and interact with the audience at the same time. I could do that, and it's what I want to do. But the only person who's watching, if that's me, then well. It's a lot of wanting, but not a lot of getting, I suppose. There's a good amount of bales here already. Okay, what I'm gonna say now is for mature audiences only, but if you're watching this and you're, I'd say probably older than 17, well, let's say if you're watching this and you're an adult and you're on Instagram or on TikTok, then you probably know what OnlyFans is. What the hell was that sound? Well, anyway. So I was at my sister's place last week. And what's funny is that our friend, he started talking about, well, maybe I should open up an OnlyFans. And we asked him, do you even know what OnlyFans is? He said no. No, wait, I think I'm telling the story wrong. Damn, it's too fake for me to remember. Shit, man. Sometimes my memory is excellent, other times it's just horrible. Invisible. Yeah, damn. Oh boy. For whatever reason, I like this view. Put the lights on. Bollocks. Skipped quite a bit. So, you see, you're always gonna end up having to clean that stuff up. That's a lot of bells. I'm telling you, I'm gonna surpass the 230k out when I'm done with this job. The swats are getting shorter. Thus I'm getting less bales for each and every run. A little more speed. can almost stop baling, then I can grab the bales. I've got an itchy nose. Damn it, sometimes that's very irritating. Okay. Unload baler. Why? Why? Look at that. Look at that. Call it what you want. I call it a lucky shot. Okay, that's quite a bunch of bales. Right. More lights so we can see everything. That's number 1. That's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Five. 6. 12 bales already. That's pretty decently fast. Oh, what the hell, it's full. Didn't even realize. Oh. Try not to flip the tractor. Oh. What's this? That's an interesting. Have a good broadcast. Okay, that seems a lot like scam. That seems a lot like scam. How do I remove this thing? Hello, Twitch. How do I remove this? What the hell? What I can say, go delete. See, you see when it's scam. See, I'm fine. I'm fine with you with users using the chat, but do not come with bullshit promo codes because I'm not stupid. It's bullshit. That's scam. That it doesn't work like that. I'm a difficult person to scam. It's because I don't fall for scams. Oh, keep my eyes on the road. Well, if y'all did see that catch viewers promo code or whatever the hell it was, do not click on the link. It's most likely, most definitely, I'm 99.99% sure that was scam. Most likely, that scam was, I don't know, targeting small streamers, small-time streamers like me, who obviously want viewers, but still, I want viewers, but I want legitimate ones, not I want viewers, but legitimate ones, not ones that you get by, clicking on some link. Bots aren't viewers. The computer's tracking every single step. That's a weird location. Usually it asks me to deliver the bales here, but now it wants me to bring them to Johnson's farmers market. Okay, fine, I'll bring them there. Well, obviously they have to go here. %43 act transporter. Let's go back to the field. Engine out. Catch the remaining bales. Current frame rate is a little under 40 FPS, which is, well, not particularly spectacular, but then again, maybe I got a particular trick up my sleeve. Let me just quickly. I think I got a particular trick up my sleeve. It's in game mode currently, but if I change it to high performance, that literally didn't do a thing. That's disappointing. Well, hello, how are you? Am I just returning to field 71? Hello, how are you? I'm doing good. How about you? By the way, I'm looking that way because that's where my jet is. Hello, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's go left here so we can get back onto field 71. Get some more bales. I am playing Farming Simulator 22. Okay, I'm gonna need to find the correct location. Oh, I see tracks here, that means I'm close. Because I know for a fact there's a bale all the way back here. And there it is. Then we loop around. Put the cruise control on and grab that one. And there goes another one, bale number 4. There's 5 and I already see number 6, it's right there. Oh, there it is, there's one. At the wrong track. See, as soon as things get dark, it becomes a lot more difficult to see where they are. Because when it's daylight, you can just see the entire field, but the moment it gets dark, completely different story. Right, I can still fit 2 more bales and then I have to make another delivery run. And that's the last one. Now I have to do a delivery run. I'm gonna turn right here. Cross the railroad crossing and at the end of this road we'll go left again to the same location that I was just now, where the big exclamation mark is. Nothing coming. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Feel free to ask any questions. I am open for discussions. I'm gonna turn right in a bit. Am I European? Yes, I most definitely am. How about you? Are you European? Estonia? Nah, do not live that far up north. Not Estonia. It's not even close. You're closer, but not quite there yet. It's one of the neighboring countries, though. Denmark. No, not Denmark. I'll give Dutch. Yes, I am Dutch. Oh, close. Yes, you were very, very close. Well, you did eventually get it. So, where are you from? Spain. I've been to Spain once. I've been to no, not just once. I've been there twice, actually. Yeah, I've been to a place called Benidorm, and I've been to Barcelona. I catched a Formula One race there. Big Booby Man says, "Hey, do you like boobs?" Well, which guy doesn't? Which straight guy doesn't? Did I enjoy Spain? Yes, I most definitely did. Most definitely did. It's a really it's really nice. It's very different from the Netherlands. It's a very different place. Different culture, very different language, obviously. But the environment is completely different. It's for Dutch people, it's a very well-known place to go for holidays, for example. Well, now you know why. Spain happens to be a one of the locations, not one of the places of choice for Dutch people to go to on holidays. What's the difference between Holland and Amsterdam? Amsterdam is a city inside Holland. Holland is when you say Holland. You basically refer to the provinces of North and South Holland. Loads of people make the mistake of saying that the Netherlands. Basically, a lot of people say the Netherlands is Holland, but it's not. When you say Holland, you basically refer to the provinces of North and South Holland. So yeah, that's the difference between Holland and Amsterdam. Yeah, a lot of foreigners do that. Personally, I'm not not offended at it at all, but there are some Dutch people out there that have. There are some Dutch people out there who do get offended by it, but not me. I've been to enough places in the world to know better than to get offended by it. This game looks satisfying. Yeah, it is. It's for me. It's very therapeutic. It's just the kind of game I'd like to play just to wind down a little bit. What's my favorite country? Well, the country of my dreams, well, is the United States. That's the country of my dreams. I've always adored the environment, the environment, and the sheer vastness of the United States as a nation, and I'm fascinated with the United States. And that's bale number 13, and then turn her around. And we grab another bale. And in transporting position, and we make the trip again. Deliver these bales. What other countries have I visited other than Spain? Well, quite a bunch actually. I've been to Germany. I've been to Denmark, Sweden. I've been to France, Andorra, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Italy. Obviously Spain, and outside of Europe, I've been to Malaysia. I've been to Malaysia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and a very small country called Brunei. Andorra is very pretty, yeah, and cold. It's especially cold since it's so high up in the mountains. Did I travel alone or with parents, friends? I did not travel alone. I went with family. Ever been to the Middle East? Now that you mention it, yes, I've been to the Middle East. I've also been to Dubai. Now that you mention it, I forgot to mention it. Good that you said that. Very good that you said that. Yeah, I've been to Dubai as well. But I've not been to Africa. Well. And speaking of places I forgot to mention, I've also been to Gibraltar. So technically, I've actually been in Spain 3 times, not twice, 3 times. Even though Gibraltar is not part of Spain, I have been to a part of Spain that's right next to Gibraltar, and it's a town or city called Algeciras. If I pronounced that correctly. I most likely didn't, but then again, I'm not a Spanish native, so. I would recommend Portugal. I am planning to go to Portugal because a friend of mine lives there, and sooner or later I wanna meet that friend. So then I have to go to Portugal. Yep, as I expected. Well, I've completed my contract on Field 71. Lisbon is fun, probably only the capital city I like. Speaking of Lisbon, a friend of mine lives pretty close to Lisbon. Well, now I'm returning to Field 71, grab some more bales. Otherwise I'm not gonna get around to it. I know myself that well. Are there any places you would like to go to? Japan. I've heard that Japan is pretty sweet to go. I've not been to Japan, but from what I hear, it's a really cool country. Someone I know has gone to Japan. She didn't want to leave afterwards, but she had to. And the Middle East. Well, the Middle East, or it really depends on where on the Middle East. If you ask me, there are some places in the Middle East that are quite dangerous. But yeah, speaking of the Middle East, Dubai is a place I can definitely recommend going to. Just do not go outside with your bare feet when it's like 12 o'clock in the noon, because you'll burn them. Learned that a hard way. That sun is something else. The Middle East is quite hot. Yeah, it is. Middle East is quite hot, and that's in particular because the Middle East is situated at, or at least very near, the equator of the Earth, and the equator is pretty much the hottest area of, pretty much home to the hottest areas of the Earth. So. Did you know that New York City and Lisbon are actually on the same exact equatorial height? But despite that, Lisbon is Lisbon is a lot warmer than New York City. And that has everything to do with the currents of the ocean. Didn't know that. I didn't know that either up until, I don't know, 2 years ago. You gotta go? Well, all right. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining in. It's hope to see you next time. Good luck helping your dad. Bye bye. Bales, just 2 more. And we go up there once again. We'll turn left here. Almost done with this field. I've already completed the contract, but I want to get rid of those bales. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get around to it again. And it's starting to rain. thunder even. Except the game always does that. When it rains, it's always thundering. So Giants, please add multiple rain stages. Do I still have coffee? Oh, a little bit. And it's most likely cold by now, but you know, I really don't care if my coffee's cold or not. That's something you get past if you what's it called? It's something you get past if you have worked in if you've been a carpenter like I have, then that's something you'll get past. Then you'll learn to drink a cold coffee. Or if it isn't a cold coffee, you'll learn to drink a lot of coffee. Or in my case, you'll especially learn how to drink black coffee. Coffee without any milk or sugar added. Because when I was a carpenter, my boss slash friend, I had a good relationship with him. Pretty sweet guy actually. We often go to people's houses and fix their doors for replace the locks or just do general carpentry stuff, like split a room or two or stuff like that. But then you come to then you do something for example for elderly people. Have a job at some elderly people's house, and then it's like every 5 minutes they ask, "You want some coffee?" And then it's just straight. And because this is the Netherlands, it's just when someone offers coffee, it's a bit weird to say no, thank you. So then if your entire day is filled with jobs like that, you learn to drink like 20, 25 cups of coffee or something a day. That's the peak that I had, 25 cups on a single day. Trust me, that's a lot of coffee. And it doesn't stop there with just coffee. You know, 9 out of 10 times you also got some cookies or something. I swear, I swear, doing such jobs for elderly people, they are the sweetest people, nicest people. They are the nicest people of all. The ones who are the most grateful and stuff. That's my experience. Look at that, the vertical bale. I think I've had all of them now. Fuel tank's almost empty. But I have enough to get to my destination. I remember saying I may get 230k, but now I'm doubting. Now I'm not so sure. Donk. What the hell? Oh wow. I completely forgot that was a thing. Thankfully it's a game. Oh yeah, I'm gonna clip that, definitely. Come on, go. How much space? Oh my god, how much space do you need? What the actual F? They need way too much space. I swear the AI in this game sometimes just does not make sense. This game looks satisfying. Probably the best thing I've heard the entire night. I've read the entire day. This game is satisfying. Well, it's not just satisfying for me, it's therapeutic. The kind of game I will play to relieve stress. Just like one or two viewers that made my evening. That really made my day. It only takes a little bit to make my day. Okay. Watch this. This trailer has magic. Yeah? Watch. Bye bye. 22k. What? 225. Nice. Well, the stream so far has gone for 2 hours and 26 minutes. And it has taken about 2 hours and 20 minutes to do that field. Yeah, pretty significant. What's my phone doing? The battery is just ever so slowly draining, but barely. It's just ever so slowly draining, but quite literally just ever so barely, because it's wirelessly charging. Right, I'm gonna. Okay, so you remember the big class tractor that was there, right? That's gone too, because that was also part of the contract. But I wanted to use my own tractor for it. Righty. Property maintenance. It's gonna rain again. Fertilizing and baling. I've done enough baling for now. Still got like 15,000 liters of sorghum. One of my silos. So I did this field. That field is bigger than even my biggest field, which is field 50. What I eventually want to do... Oh, damn, I can afford it. I can finally afford field 30. Field 30, I can afford it. Nice. What I want to do is I want to buy field 30, 31, 32, 33 and 34. And combine them to make one giant field. Then it would make a lot more sense for me to own that big piece of machinery. Oh my god, that tractor's green, alright. I mean, it was already green, but it's even more... But there's even more green on it, thanks to the grass. Time to clean her up a little. %, worn. And we just go ahead and clean her up. Okay, let's put some fuel in there. It's gonna take a second to fill up. Not a second, but it's gonna take a minute to fill up the fuel tank. Got a few mods installed that make this game just ever so slightly more realistic. Right, that's gonna take a second. Oh my god. Yeah, that's gonna take a second to fill up. Meantime, I'll show you what the biggest tractor is that I want to own in this save game, in this game. Which it's this one, and then in particular, like this US config. That's how I'm gonna buy it. That's the configuration in which I will buy this big piece of machinery. 9620R. It's basically a 620 horsepower tractor. So it's pretty darn big. Then eventually I'll get to owning all of the weight options. I'm gonna start out as this. I'll get the, then I'll also, this is how, with the wheels, this is how I'm gonna start out. Then I'll get the wheel weights option. Then the wide tires with weights, and wide tires number 2. I call these balloon tires, and also want to own this config. And I'm gonna own this one and this one. Quite a bunch of total configurations that I can get around to owning. But I need a tractor this big to haul around machinery like, where is it? Cedars, there you go. To haul around machinery like this. A 30.5 meter wide cedar. It requires 600 horsepower. And this thing on its own weighs 32 tons, metric tons. Then you got this thing that you attach to it, and this thing on its own weighs 21.8 metric tons. So that's a cedar that weighs over 50 tons. That's a big freaking cedar. Now look at that capacity, 45,810 liters. That's just insane. Weeders. But basically I'm gonna need equipment that big. Still filling up. Harvesters. I got this harvester, T550. This one's from the game, but this is a mod, but it's basically the same exact thing. The MF Ideal Paralevel. What's the difference between these two? Oh, I think I know what the difference is. This one is on wheels. The 9PL. This thing's a little bigger, that which I can tell you. I would have mind buying this piece if it weren't for the tracks. I much prefer my harvesters to have wheels. And I don't particularly need a harvester like this one. This is a forage harvester, but I don't really do that kind of farming, so I don't need one. So that fuel tank's filled up. That took about 38 minutes in game to fill up. I'll reverse her back into the shed. There you go. And there would not happen to be any contracts, right? Sometimes that changes, but not right now. I kinda don't want to do that right now. Kinda don't want to do baling. I've already had to do that on a pretty big field, so I've had enough of that. I want to do some harvesting, actually. They haven't changed, so that does not surprise me, actually. Ooh, canola. That's next month. But that's good news. That means that if that means I can technically start harvesting my fields next month, next in-game month, which is, well, like now, since I'm skipping the entire day. And yep, that looks like a field that's ready to harvest. Oh my god. Seriously? Final harvest my own fields. Okay, now I disconnect the trailer. Extend, unfolds the beast, and then let's first drop it and see what happens. And there we go. Harvesting my own fields this time. So you see the hilarious bit is most of the hours that I have on this machine weren't even spent on my own fields. Go ahead and harvest my own fields. I'm gonna create some extra space here, otherwise I just cannot turn around properly back here. And proceed. There we go. It's the biggest header I've I've got a few mods installed. If that wasn't obvious already. But the biggest header that is technically meant for this particular combine harvester that I can get is the John Deere 635X. But of the same series, there is a bigger version available. It's called the 640X. I'd love to have that one. This is the 622X, which is smaller than the vanilla 625X. And while it works fine, it doesn't auto-load properly on the header trailers, which is a bummer. Not a big deal for me, but would have been nice if it did so properly. I'm also fairly certain that the combine harvester like a T670i is perfectly capable of handling a 640X header. But yeah, in this save game I basically own 2 headers for this combine harvester, and I've done so on purpose, because this header is very good for fields like these, smaller fields. Smaller fields on which a bigger header just wouldn't make sense, or for fields where there is not a lot of space to maneuver in. A bigger header means that you need a lot more space to maneuver, and you don't have that problem with a smaller header. After I'm done with these 2 fields, I'm gonna have to whip out the bigger header. Don't know what I will be planting after this, but not yet at least. Maybe wheat. I said planting, I meant seeding. Seeding is the correct term. I know I have I have a mod installed that allows me to. There you go. Raise. The header a little bit. I was noticing that it. Yeah, that feels smoother. And boom. F, that won't fit. The canola cutters make the thing so much bigger. See, that's why I don't really don't. Why I myself am not really 100% bothered by the fact that the header doesn't position, that the auto load function doesn't position it. That's what I'm looking for, because I have a trick up my sleeve that allows me to get around that sort of. Oh, forwards, not reverse. I'm just gonna get the big header out of the shed. That one, which also has a lot more hours on it. Excellent. And reverse. And it goes back into its spots. that header has seen more working hours than than my harvester. Which makes sense because I've mainly worked on bigger fields with this. Fields that actually have the space required. Forwards, reverse, forwards. Go. Mainly doing this so I create a bit of buffer space. Pre-extending it because when I grab the tractor in a second it'll pull out. I can pull up right beside it and fill up really nice. This one. There she is, and I'll just pull up right beside it. Like so. And we'll get about 9,000 liters of canola in the trailer. Pull in the auger, rotate around, sorry if I'm quiet, I just do not have a lot to say right now. Who knew that 305 horsepower is enough to swallow all of this? The beauty is I can dynamically adjust the height of the header, which is very useful because it can save a bunch of fuel. And it speeds up the progress. What the hell? My dog just shows up out of nowhere. Hello, doggo. Well, well, well. Let's throw the header up. Had an itch on my back, so then I just scratch the itch. This machine just takes up the entire width of the road. Bollocks. Just barely not in the right position. I'm gonna empty the harvester so I can harvest this field. And go. Yes. Just have to figure out the little key combination, so I don't have to do it with a mouse. I can manually adjust. I can manually raise and lower the header by pressing Ctrl Shift J or N. It's basically the same as like with a front loader. You press J, N, and K and M to adjust the position. I can do the same thing with this header, but then I have to press Control and Shift as well. That's a much more realistic height, if you ask me. See, now I have the space to maneuver back here. That's why I did that. I'm generally in Farming Simulator 22 so far. The one crop that I've worked the most is canola, because for every 1,000 liters it pays the most. And I of course will opt for the one crop that gets me the most cash. So So what am I going to sow for the next season? Most likely canola. Okay. And drop. All. Well, if you ask me, this has become such a. What is it? If you ask me, this has become such a relaxed. Is what I would call it. Relaxed stream. Quiet and relaxed. Quiet and relaxed. Huh. Well. Sometimes not saying anything is the best option. Oh, LMFAO. When you don't realize it, then that happens. Create a few tracks. Shit. Let me raise the header. Get the hell out of here. I'm gonna position the harvester next to the tractor and trailer, and extend the auger and. What's doing that? I'm gonna go here because I know I have to do something. Just not that one. That one. No. This one. There you go. I have to put that stuff in the silo, of course. And this is the way I do it. Hello, welcome to my stream. How are you? Oh. Excellent. That's positioned well. Open cover. Excellent. Just as I expected. I'm gonna change the tip side So it's the grain door. And then taking a left here. Gonna unload this into the silo. And it's filling up the silo. Nice. That's gonna take a second. that's gonna take a while. Meanwhile, I can continue on with this. No reason to be standing still, because standing still takes time. Position her correctly, turn her on, and drop the header. And there we go. Almost lifted up, and she's almost full again. it again as much as possible. %99%. If. Pretty relatively timely with that one. Saved her. And that's fine. Still, Jesus Christ. It's still, wow. It's almost empty, that's good. Now you see, if I didn't use the grain dorm, that thing would have been overwhelmed. Like, very overwhelmed. Three hours, 20 minutes. Nice. So it's almost empty. This field's almost done. And those two, and then I've harvested all of my fields. almost done with this field, and then field 49, 48, 48 and 49, yes, yeah. Field 48 and 49 are next. And then I've harvested every single one of my fields. While I'm on the way, may as well drop by and ditch this 4.2 thousand liters. Drifty harvester, for Jesus. Yeah, that's how I do these two fields. Maybe I'm better off just combining the two. I think I may end up doing that actually and combining those two fields 48 and 49. Since I don't see how that would negatively impact me, it's just ever so slightly more land, so ever so slightly more profits. Nothing but grass in between those two fields anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Sensing that tow machinery may need to maintenance soon. I think it's most likely the header. I'm getting a little hungry. I know exactly what I would love to eat right now, but I know I can't prepare it. Hello, little birdie. Oh, that windmill ain't making anything right now. She's going to fill up real fast. As I expected. Bumped my knee against the desk. Extend the auger, and then we dump another 10,000 liters into here. Wait, is that even possible? No, it's not even possible. It's that trailer is full again. Mark my words, that trailer's full again. Any second now. Yeah, see? Told you. I knew it. I knew it. There's the dog. I left that open. Of course I did. Of course I left that open. Forgot that. If I know one thing, then it's for sure that this thing is heavy as hell. The hell? That's gonna take a second. Jesus. And there we go again. Almost there, just a little bit more. Oh no. Oh, not a notification. Just great. Took care of that. Some notifications all the time. No worries, I'll take care of that. Almost done. And we're done. There you go. That should out of place, yes. This machine is now filthy. What the F is this? Oh, really? Oh, I'm not so happy about this. Why did it do this? Okay. Oh man. This again. I had this before, but I never expected that this would happen with this low, with that low of a drop rating. Drop rate. Just push it like that. And I'll find a way. Not the stairs, come on. The tractor can be put to the side, that's one thing I can say for sure. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, since it's empty now anyway. And voila. Turn it off. And I'm just gonna drop the crops. I'm just gonna drop the crop right next to it. $50,000 liters. $51,000 liters of canola, people. 51,000. It's quite a bit, but but not as much as I would like to have. That silo is 125,000 liters. Righty, there you go. Right. Well, people, that was it for today. I've been playing this game for well over 3 hours now, and I'm getting kind of hungry. Kind of hungry. My tummy wants some food, so I'm gonna go and eat something, and probably end up watching some series. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will be back on Wednesday at the same time as today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Be sure to return. I will see y'all on Wednesday. Cheerio.